Hey, in today's video I'm going to cover common tricks that cheaters use to hide the fact that they are cheating. Also, just a heads up before this video starts, this video is sponsored and I will have to cover a website for a few minutes in the beginning of this video. Just know that I'll use the money to improve my quality of my videos, and I intend to use the money to get a pop filter and a boom arm for my microphone, which should hopefully make the audio quality better and you will have less of a pop sound, you know. So let's start off the video by getting the sponsor part over with. Thanks again for SkinCash for sponsoring this video. SkinCash is a website that allows you to instantly sell skins for real money. It's really simple to use, and if you're tired of waiting to sell those lower tier item skins like you would if you would use a website like OP Skins, you should definitely use this website, as you don't have to wait because they give the money pretty much instantly in comparison to OP Skins where you have to wait for somebody to buy them. This pretty much just buys them with some kind of bot instead, which is pretty fucking awesome if you ask me. So you should definitely use this website instead if you're selling a lower tier skin and if you want to get rid of that high tier skin fast and easy. And pretty much how you sell the skins is just that you pretty much just select them over here. Just keep in mind that this will be a discounted price from their market value because, well, they have to sell it instantly and make sure that they somehow make profit from it, because what else would you expect? But I'd rather have a discounted price and get it instantly than having to wait maybe 2 to 3 weeks just to sell that low tier knife skin that nobody really wants. So I'd rather have a discounted price and just get it instantly. And as you can see, they offer a lot of different payment methods. They use PayPal, Payeer, Skrill, Bitcoin, WebMoney, and even if you're a poor little boy in Africa, they can pay you in Kiwis, which is pretty good if you ask me. Because I mean, I know that if I were to live in Africa, I'd love to get paid in Kiwis for my gut knife safari mesh. So, and also I want to mention that they do have a weekly 5% bonus, so that you can get more money's worth for your skins at the weekends, which I find is pretty dope. So if you are going to sell something, try to sell them at a weekend, because you will end up getting some more money from it. As you can see, they pay in a lot of different ways, as I told you before, which I think is pretty nice. SkinCash also has a really great support. They're very instant. You just need to wait for them to connect you to a helper, and I just say hey, hi dog, and they'll pretty much answer instantly, which I find is pretty great. As you can see, I did get up Jeremy over here. He said, "Hello, how can I help you?" I just said hi dog. Obviously he can't help me with hi dog, but if I were to ask something, he would probably answer instantly. It was a bit awkward because I probably shouldn't just said hi dog, because whatever. Anyway, you'll find the link in the description for SkinCash. So if you're thinking about selling skins, you should definitely use this website. I know I will when I want to sell some random lower tier skins that I've unboxed. I'm actually going to sell this later on, but right now I'm using it as a skin, but I'll probably end up selling the skin at some point. So besides that, let's get into the actual video. So the first and most common way people hide that they're cheating is that they manipulate their hours on the game. This is the most common at higher ranks and on prime matchmaking, as it's where it's the most obvious if they're cheating. If they have 300 hours on prime supreme level and above, you can pretty much instantly realize that they're either smurfing or cheating. Basically what they do is they use a program that boosts their in-game hours to trick the system into believing that they've actually played it for a certain amount of hours, even though they haven't had the game actually on. I mean, who would you trust the most if they said that they weren't cheating? Somebody with 2,000 hours or 200? So let's continue with a few other common tricks that people use to hide that they're cheating. Another way is that they simply pretend to be stupid now and then. This is usually to trick Overwatch into thinking that they don't have wall hacks, but at the same time to trick you into thinking that they don't have wall hacks. They do this usually by, at moments where they should technically have the game sense to know that you're there, still don't check that corner. This obviously isn't proof that they're cheating, but still, it's something to bring up. Another thing that is smart, although very risky, that people do to hide the fact that they're cheating is getting skins. Lower tier knives, for example, is something that they usually get, so that less people report them. Because most people would think, who would cheat with a knife, right? I mean, that's pretty much a common thought. But people do, and it happens quite frequently. Just take a look at these people, for example, that I show on the screen right now. Although this doesn't show that they do it frequently, it does show that it happens, and it happens on a major level. Another thing that you should look at is which games they have on their account, for example. People usually hide that they're cheating by getting shitty €1 games, so that it looks like they have tons of games even though they don't really have tons of games that they actually play on their account. Obviously people that don't cheat does this too. It's just something that people tend to check when looking on a cheater's profile, so they try to hide it. Another small trick that people use is that they call out others of hacking, because somebody that calls out hacks surely doesn't hack themselves, right? Well, by my experiences, this is not the case. I tried out non-prime matchmaking for a month roughly and closely analyzed how people act. So far, 25% of the people that called out others of hacking actually got banned themselves roughly a month later. Now this does not prove that they cheated then, but it's still a valid point. I mean, sure, they could have started cheating after they encountered this suspected hacker, but I still think it's a valid point. Yeah, another small thing that people look for is if they have any badges or operation badges to be precise. Because a lot of cheaters tend to have an Operation Bloodhound badge, since the game was on a major sale then and a lot of people bought the new accounts just to cheat or smurf on. A lot of accounts that are sold to cheaters usually have the Operation Bloodhound badge on them. So people tend to have badges just to look more legit in a way. The last thing I'm going to mention in this video that people change to look legit is their comments. People with fewer comments tend to look dodgy at higher ranks. This, however, is usually not the case at lower ranks, since it does take a while to get proper amount of comments, but it's something that people that really don't want to get reported usually have some kind of bot that gives them a lot of comments on their profile. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I tried to make this video a bit longer since the sponsor part was very long, but now you know a little more to go up against those filthy hackers. Feel free to come up with ideas on what I should upload next. I hope this video is helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.